Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, some brand new products from the company OLIGHT. Here in my hands, 3 products that we're going to take a look at in detail. And all of them perfect for the camping scenario. I'm out here on a gorgeous lake getting away for some family time, and we're going to take a look at these. So first things first, here we have the Obulb. This is the newest version, hot off the press. This is the Obulb PRO. Here, the O-Lantern Classic 2 Pro, also hot off the press. And a beautiful stainless version of the Baton 3. Now I have used these in the past, actually prior iterations, but here the OLIGHT, this is the Baton 3 in stainless. These 3 lights here are going to make a perfect lighting system while I'm out here. Now I do have a little bit of help from some old friends we're gonna take a look at and see if we have a bit of compatibility here. And then also maybe some comparisons against some products that we've taken a look at also in the past. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at OLIGHT who did provide these products for review. And so as we get into these here, going through them one at a time. Again, this here, the newest Obulb, this is the Obulb PRO. And again, we're gonna compare it a little bit against the original. So as I get it here and take it out of the package, fairly straightforward. However, some of the features have definitely changed. So that's gonna be really one of the first things here, the features, a definite upgrade here on the Pro versus what we saw on the original, but I expect the form factor to be pretty much exactly the same. So coming out here nicely protected. Actually, I am wrong. Check this out. We have a definite difference. Right away, the size. Phenomenal. Look how big this is. That's cool. And in the rest of the packaging here, you can see, oh, they're doing something kind of neat. Magnetic base. I feel like the original had this as well. So as we take a look at this here, you'll see this does come with a little metal magnetized base. It's actually like a, it's a metal base, but it has that 3M adhesive, so you could mount this in a number of different locations in case you specifically want to mount your Obulb PRO. So that's cool. Kind of funny. Couple little googly eyes here. So if you wanted to dress this up and make it look like a little creature, you can do that. Your user's manual and how to use the app. That is going to be the biggest thing about this. This is now Bluetooth controlled. And actually, if you go back to the days of O-Lantern, well, when this came out, people were saying, wouldn't it be cool to have like a Bluetooth control? That is what you're getting here with the Obulb PRO. So we're going to test it out a little bit later on, but for me right now, the main thing is getting this charged up. So part of what I need to do, this does not come with the magnetic charging base, but I do have a couple of them with me. So I'm going to get this on the charger and we're going to charge it up. Now here, the O-Lantern Classic 2 Pro. This is a large lantern, so full-size lantern here, which is pretty nice because I can tell you I'm gonna have a little bit of family game night probably tonight, and I know I'm gonna need some illumination. So getting this ready for use is going to be key. And as you see here, a large box, everything nicely packaged up, and sliding out the lantern here. Wow, this is beautiful. You can feel right away the quality construction. Very nicely done, just heavy duty. This has some definite weight to it. So this is going to be a little more stylish to your standard classic lantern, but with modern touch, modern twist, modern capabilities. And you can see here, just a little bit of instructions. And on the bottom, your charging port. So again, I am going to use this at length, and I definitely need to get it charged up. So getting my magnetic base here and the adapter, I'll get this fully charged up and we'll look at it in further detail a little later on. Now also with this, if we look carefully here, this does come with a cable. Now this is a USB Type-C by USB Type-C. Gonna have to pay attention to this a little bit, but what I suspect is this lantern actually doubles as a power bank, which is pretty cool. So coming with a cable, this should allow me to charge multiple things at once, potentially even my phone, which will be really cool. And your user's manual, so pretty straightforward. Now again, keep in mind, it does not come with the charging cable, so I do need to have the magnetized charging cable, which I do have here with me. But third, here again, this is the Baton 3, and you're gonna see this is in the stainless. Now I used to have the SR2 mini baton. That was my go-to, just favorite light, and I actually had a very nice limited edition that was gifted to me by the people at OLIGHT back in, and I want to say it was like Blade Show 2019, but unfortunately that found its way out of my pocket. So now here, this is gorgeous, the Baton 3, which kind of took over that SR2 mini baton market space, and this is an upgraded model, which is awesome. So here you can see this is going to be the pocket ride I carry for the rest of the duration of this trip. So having the trifecta is going to be awesome. And again, you can see this now coming with the magnetized charging cable, which is awesome. A small rubberized lanyard. These awesome pouches, which I love these. Even if you don't use it for your light, these are very useful. I actually tend to use these for camera batteries, and it's fantastic. And then just your little reference manual, very straightforward. But the three of these lights here today, absolutely instrumental in my camp lighting capabilities. And so again, the Obulb PRO, O-Lantern Classic 2 Pro, and the Baton 3. This trifecta here just fully instrumental in my overall lighting capabilities. So let's get these on the chargers, and then we're going to turn the corner and get into some use. And so speaking of charging real quick, check this out, pretty awesome. So here I have the classic lantern plugged in. You can see the magnetic base charging on the bottom there, very easy. And you can see with the light blinking, that is charging. Then I used the two-sided USB Type-C connector. So you can see, now going into my O lamp, which has the ability to charge the Obulb PRO, which if you look on top, you can see this definitely works. It communicates, no problem, so that's cool. And that little red indicator there showing that this is charging. And then also leveraging an additional USB, so you can see here, USB charger, magnetic, to the Baton 3. So all in all, getting all my devices charged, one power feed coming off, ultimately into the classic lantern and distributing throughout. So very useful, very effective, and a nice way to get everything going in a fairly easy and quick manner. And so now briefly we will get into the modes, and then a little bit later we'll get outside for the beam shots. But here again you can see with the Baton 3. So we do have the side switch here. Now the first thing, this should have a little film in under the battery. So here you can see as I get this out, but a long press. The long press there, that's going to be the Moonlight Mode. So that's a 0.5 lumen mode, and that will run for approximately 20 days once fully charged. Single press, light is off. Now a single press, this is going to allow me to go through the different modes. So here you can see that there is the low mode. So that's a 12 lumen output. A long press, 60 lumen output. Long press, 300 lumen output. And then again, back down to the low mode. So the low mode at 12 lumens will run for roughly about 33 hours with 18 meters of throw. That 60 lumen output, 7.5 hours of runtime with approximately 38 meters of throw. And the 300 lumens, about 95 minutes at 82 meters of throw. Now to get to the turbo, double press, and that's going to be that turbo mode. So that's 1200 lumens. This will run for about a minute and a half, and then it's going to dim down to the 300 lumen mode for 75 minutes. Now what I really do enjoy is the fact that I can either long press, get into the Moonlight Mode, single press and get into those intermediate modes. And I would say for me, realistically, probably put it in medium, set it and forget it, and then double press, and that's going to go into the turbo. You get the benefit of 3 different outputs with very simple 3 different click methods, and you don't necessarily need to cycle between the modes. I like that very much. Now, if you are in that Moonlight mode, say again, long press, I'm in the Moonlight mode, and a quick double press there, well then it does go to turbo, single press, and the light goes back off. So even if you're in those other modes, you can double press real quick and get into turbo. Getting into the OLantern Classic 2 Pro, very cool. This is actually really neat the way this works. It's pretty much what I would say is essentially continuous beam output adjustment, but they do report it just a little bit different. So here, as I turn this on, you can see that's coming on there with that nice warm glow. So the orange light here in low, approximately 10 lumens, and then almost continuous as you look at it there. And they don't really, I don't know, they don't really record it that way. They kind of call it low and then high. And then if you go a little bit too far, you'll notice the LEDs do change. So before that happens, backing this off, that is the high mode for that orange light, which is approximately 130 lumens. Now, just briefly, as you see here, that 10 lumens should be about 180 hours of runtime, and then all the way up to about there, that 130 lumen output is about 23 hours. But then again, you'll notice as I was doing that, again, changing the LEDs, and that's literally all I'm doing is scrolling that knob. And so to the spot right where it sort of changes right there, going to the warm white light, that's 130 lumens of output at about 35 hours. And as I continue to turn here, that's a full 300 lumens of output. That's going to run for ballpark around 20 minutes. But I can back this off if I want all the way down to around 150 lumens. In which in doing so, if I get it around that 150 lumens, it should be about 1,000 minutes of runtime. So this is really cool, just very, very nice, beautifully made, really cool construction. And I love the way that knob is just so intuitive, very simple, and just allows you to kind of dial in the perfect amount of light. So very, very neat. And again, just a little click, off. Simple, effective, I like it. Now, last but not least, the Obulb Pro. This is going to be by far the most complicated for a number of reasons. Remember, it has the Bluetooth mode, but on the bottom, a long press here, well, that is a button. And if you look, if you long press, it is going to turn the light on or off. So it does give you the ability to kind of cycle between the modes with a single press. So you can use the button alone on the light without the app, and you'll see multicolor and including that sort of flashing red beacon. So definitely cool. So again, single press, that's going to be your white light, and then each one of the colors. The white light here, let's see, if I long press, I can't tell. I feel as though this is low. So I believe that's low, and that would be 4.5 lumens for 84 hours of runtime. There is a way to get this onto high, and I don't think you can do it without the app. But long press, that's now off. Hard to say. So I think that's, again, the low mode, 4.5 lumens, and then any one of the colors is kind of just, it's not even reported what the lumen output is. But supposedly each one of the colors will run for approximately 17 hours. And so as you look, red, green, blue, sort of a multicolor, it really sort of varies between all the different colors, which is neat. Here you can see just kind of flickering between them. It's not continuous. And then again, that red beacon. So very neat. Now again, you can control all of this with the app. I am currently loading the app, and then we'll go through that in just a little bit. Now, first things first, it says, before searching and adding an Obulb Pro, please ensure the Bluetooth and GPS functions are on, which I do have. Tap Add New Device. Please set the Obulb Pro to its network setting. Turn the Obulb Pro with the white light setting. Okay. Press and hold for 5 seconds until it flashes red and then green to enter the network setting. Red. Green. Okay. Confirm. So now it should be able to pair. Searching. Here you go. So it finds it here. Click, say OK. Ooh, solid green. Flashing red. Okay, Obulb Pro. Online. Click that on, click that off. Check that out. Boom, boom. All right. So here again, here's all your settings. So I just was able to turn that on. Oh, there you go. See, I told you that was the low setting. So now leveraging this for continuous as I crank this all the way up. That is there, the 240 lumen mode, which will run for about 2.5 hours. Red light. Oh, you can dim that up and down too. This is fantastic. I mean, with the app, very, very functional, really cool. And as you look here, you can see it says my Obulb right now is at 60% battery, and it'll last in this mode at 14.5 hours. Let's see if I crank this up. Doesn't look like it necessarily adjusts. Oh, yes, it does. Now it's at 1.4 hours, dimming this down. Let's see if that adjusts. It does, 21 hours. So this knows how bright the output is and how much time you have remaining. Here's that faded color. Here's that cycle color. The red flashing. This too, can you dim that down? You can. Wow, look at that. Very, very cool. And here, literally, pick your color. Very well done, OLIGHT. This is amazing. I mean, just so cool. And then right in the middle there, getting back to a white light, slightly cooler, going blue, coming up, going green. You could use this as a photographer. You could use this in holidays. You could use it for an accent piece. Such a neat, neat tool. I love this. This Obulb Pro is amazing. What a neat light. I am a big fan. Now, seemingly multiple OLIGHT devices are going to have the ability to be grouped. I'm not going to get into that, but it does look like you're going to have the ability to group multiples of these, maybe into like an array. So that might be really, really neat. I mean, as OLIGHT moves forward in developing this, I'm extremely intrigued to see where this goes. Really cool. And so now with everything charged up and ready to go, let's get these out for some quality use. So it's game time. The nighttime is coming upon us, and at this point, some game time. Just sitting out here, beautiful breeze, nice little ambiance, leveraging both the OLIGHT Lantern Classic 2 Pro and that Obulb Pro, just awesome. The exact perfect amount of light. But, well, what about when you want to tweak things out? Let's set the mood a little bit. What color do we feel like? Well, the night's getting a little bit blue. Hard to say. Let's tweak it out. You know what? Feeling a little bit of that sort of nighttime glow, a little bit of that sort of alone time with my wife. Let's set the mood with a nice sort of pinkish purple color here. And that's just going to be a nice little accent. Really, really neat. And then again with the Lantern Classic, the ability to just dial this in, get a little more light with the sort of warm LED, or a little bit warmer with that nice orange glow. But again, it's getting dark. Need to find my way around. Well, what about that baton? You can see here with the Baton 3 on that Firefly mode, definitely not quite enough light to navigate around. But for me, it's that medium mode. Getting to that medium mode and finding my way down this little path and towards the water. The ability to see and not get injured or not really, trip over anything of substance, definitely important. And the Baton 3 doing a fantastic job. So as you see here, this is that Moonlight Mode, enough light to see generally when you're reading or something like that, but not a huge amount. But then again, cycling between all the different modes, so the low, medium, and high mode. Here you can see on the low mode. Low is going to be enough to see around my, I would say, general proximity. It's going to beam off into the distance a little bit. You can see here this is a defined hotspot, but it's not overly hot. It's a nice size beam without a ton of flood off to the side. So you can see here, moving to the medium mode, starting to cast light off into the distance and starting to illuminate some of the rocks out onto that shoreline. But I can't see them in a ton of detail, so that's where the high mode comes in. So with that long press now, the high mode, this is really starting to throw some nice light. And then if I need to double press, well, boom, that's that turbo mode, really starting to light things up. And you can see here as I shine into the trees, now I have more of a defined hot spot with a little bit of a flood off to the side. But overall, this Baton 3 is very nice, doing a great job. And keep in mind, you can triple press, and it gives you that tactical strobe. So again, the OLIGHT Baton 3, perfect for my camp application. But after all that fun, again, just navigating my way back out of here, using my Baton 3 to get safely up off of the rocks, I'm going to enjoy myself a nice evening settling down to some more game time. Now again, with the Obulb Pro, I do want to point out that you can run it off of the lamp. So getting it set on there, with the lamp plugged in, you should be able to long press and turn on the light, and at this point press between the modes. So the O bulb and the O lamp going together nicely. So very simple, all things considered, and you get all the different modes. A real cool look, and something that's just a whole heck of a lot of fun. And especially now with the Bluetooth, I think that's just really neat. So alright guys, there you have it, a look at these awesome OLIGHT products. Again, the Baton 3, the Obulb Pro, and the O-Lantern Classic 2 Pro. All three of these absolutely wonderful, and I do have to say, they actually kind of made my night last night. It was really nice having good quality lighting for my camp purposes. Now you could see, getting down to some game time, I can't even tell you the last time I played a game with just my wife. It's been a long time. It was awesome, and these really did sort of set the mood. It wasn't glaring light, it wasn't obtrusive. The other lights out on that deck, just annoying, but this, a soft glow, even light, beautiful outdoors with that awesome, awesome lake, the wonderful crashing waves, just magnificent. And then just a little bit of accent light with the Obulb, setting the mood again, kind of getting that sort of look and feel, and then navigating around, well, that's always going to be critical. So the Baton 3, awesome. So all in all, guys, very, very nice. I love these products. I think they are fantastic. OLIGHT absolutely smashing it again. And so the Obulb Pro, a little bit bigger than its predecessor, equally cool in both cases, but really, really nice. I absolutely love it. And then the Lantern, well, again, we got to take a look at this mini last year. This year, the full-size Classic, both great products, really, really cool. And then again, that Baton 3. So to the people at OLIGHT, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly, so if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.